TGR News, broadcasting from the State of Israel.
Welcome back to TGR News.
Hello, hello.
Well, this week's been a crazy week. I've been in the IDF, and in the meantime, a lot of things have been happening in the news here in Israel. Our president, Herzog, had to go to President Bidden to get pushed into trying to hurry up and make this gas deal and everything else. But we'll get into all that. First of all, like we always do, which is so important, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you for everything you guys do, all the support you guys give to be able to feed the people here in the state of Israel. It is such a blessing, and it's such an amazing thing we're doing together with your help. And it really is. It's a miracle. It's beautiful, and we are slowly growing. And hopefully, if you help us share with these videos and everyone else that you know, we could grow even more and feed more and more and more people. I hate to say it, but it's in your hands. I'm doing everything I can. Let's see if we can all do everything we can. So we appreciate it. And like I always say at the end of all in all these videos, underneath each video is a link to a Patreon or to the Support Us page if you feel like becoming a part of this ministry. And or you could just go to thegoldenreport.com and go to the Support Us page there and find any way that makes it easiest for you to be able to be a part of this wonderful thing we're doing here in the state of Israel. So thank you. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Mossad has released some classified missions. One of them is an agent that was able to reach and receive and retrieve information showing Hamas using human aid foundations to fund their desire to kill Jews. She was able to video and the internal talks and the hatred for our people and even children. This is an attempt to show our enemy that we see you and be careful. Yeah, it's still going. Is the
It started in 2017.
Right.
She was recruited. She's European, Scandinavian, I think.
Yeah,
girl.
She's not even Israeli.
Yeah, she came here and she was recruited, and she shows the most important thing that she shows from all this time, I think, is the funds.
How they get the money.
Yeah.
Through
and it's
lies
all coming from terrorist supporters and terrorist organizations that support those organizations like BDS and ISM, human rights organizations that come in here in Israel and also working in Washington, in USA,
Absolutely.
Going to universities in USA, and also here provocating our soldiers and filming all these things that we, the bad guys, and trying to,
absolutely.
So it's really, really important to show the world that, look, they're not really about human rights. By the way, the money that one of the people who in the head was talking about, the money is not going to support poor citizens of Gaza and Ramallah and, poor people. No, they just want to pay more to experts that going to go to the Washington and and try to explain more to the U.S. students that
Israel's a bad guy and all that, and make more weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
It was interesting to watch. On Saturday, we had 3 terrorist attacks. One in northern Jerusalem. A 16-year-old Arab with a knife stabbed a Jewish religious man in the back and seriously injured him. Moments after, the police were able to stop him. This guy was 16 years old. That's insane.
Child.
One of 3 in the same day. Yeah.
The other 2 attacks on Saturday were in Samaria area. They were both terrorists trying to run down Jews with a car.
Yeah, like a hit and run sort of thing, but not even really a hit and run. They just want to, So our internal security in Israel is slowly getting worse. The more and more Arabs are raising up. We have this new group that we've been talking about, the Lions. We've got some news about them this week as well. On Friday night, Israel made airstrikes in Syria after over a month that we haven't had to stop Iran from sending weapons through Syria to Hezbollah. One reason may be because of the recent gas deals with Hezbollah. Exactly. They sort of slowed down a little bit because they want this deal to go through. When your enemies are pushing also to get some kind of deal with you done, you should look twice. you know, and that's the reason why they slowed things down a little bit and tried to play the, the quiet card for a
Yeah.
while to get this thing through.
Yeah. Later in this week, Israel made another airstrike in Syria. This time, Israel made an airstrike on anti-aircraft systems to sustain our ability to continue to stop Iran on the mission to arm our enemies.
Right.
So, as we said, we're trying to.
Yeah, because the last couple times that Israel made airstrikes into Syria, they had anti-aircraft missiles shot at them. So they figure, let's take that out, right?
Yep. That's smart thing to do.
Yeah, smart thing to do. Yeah, it was right decision.
Well, Russia stayed quiet this time too, so.
Yes, Russia's staying on the sidelines for now. I think it won't be long when they start joining in.
Yeah.
They got too much on their hands right now. I don't think they're able to open up two fronts at the same time, Ukraine and Israel. I don't. Once Russia saw how hard it is for them just to take care of Ukraine, I think they're a little scared of Israel right now. They don't want to start up with us.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, the IDF went into Nablus to arrest members of the new terrorist group in Israel, the Lion's Den. It turned out to be a very violent firefight when all the citizens joined into the fight. The IDF was able to get the head of the group with bombs and plans for future terrorist attacks. No IDF soldiers were hurt during this mission.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in this same fight, it was really fight.
It was one of the largest fights
big
in Nablus for decades.
So you probably heard 3 Palestinian Authority policemen, or how they call them,
which was
were
supposed
injured.
to be the good guys.
Yeah, but right away, Palestinian authorities decided it's us who injured their guys, and even they told it was a fire battle between us and the policemen, the Palestinian policemen, which is not true.
Which is not true.
Not true. So anyway, what they did, they went to the families of the killed terrorists and showed them their support.
Yeah.
You can see videos that they just went to the families and showed their support. It's the families of terrorists who are trying to kill civilians, just to clarify this thing. So so no support from them for sure. We knew that, but they're trying to show they help us, and it's not true.
No, it's not true. No. Well, Herzog, the Israeli president, went to the U.S. to meet with Biden. Biden wanted this meeting to try and push Israel into the gas rig deal before the election. This upcoming election was right around the corner. Herzog took the opportunity to show proof of Iranian weapons in the war between Russia and Ukraine. This was another chance for the world to see that Iran is the world's problem and not just ours, not just Israel's problem. Which Herzog, we've talked about this before. He seems to be turning out to be a pretty good. Has his head on straight, right? So they say.
Yeah.
Like this, for example, this whole thing where Biden's trying to push this gas deal, he just took the opportunity to put back up in the front of the top of the docket. Hey, listen, Iran is the problem here.
Yeah.
Which is great. Because it really is. It is our problem. It's the world's problem. It's everyone's problem. Everyone should be talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a big deal. My personal opinion is it's already too late. You're not going to be able to stop Iran from making nuclear weapons. The only thing we can do now is we can just slow them down. We can slow them down a whole lot, just by continuously acting and taking out their ability to. With factories and stuff, to taking out those things to stop them being able to get the job done quick. It might be 10 years and it might be 20 years, but who knows? But they will have nuclear weapons. Iran will have. And then that'll be a new situation the world will have to deal with.
Yeah.
Don't know what that will look like. We are 4 days away from the election, and just like everywhere else, the politicians are on the blitz days before the election to get as many votes as possible. All the common stuff, all the he said, she said, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's it goes back and forth. You have the right group and the left group, and the right group is a little bit stronger now in the polls. But as the polls show, it just puts us back in the same seat where neither side has enough. The way it works here, lot of people have different types of democracies. The way it works here is we have the Knesset, and the Knesset has 120 seats, of which those 120 seats is 120 Knesset members. And to be able to be the governing government and not the opposition, you have to have more than half, 61 seats of those Knesset members. So you have all these political groups who get, like Likud right now is on 37 or something, so 37 seats. Then you have this one has 12, this one has 4, this one has 5, this one has 8. And you have to bring them all together, make a coalition that comes together of 61 seats and be able to put it together. So, and you got groups that won't work with other groups, and it's politics.
That's where the corruption really starts. It's like they brag each other. If you join me, you will have this, and if you know,
yeah.
And it's a big.
But on the other hand, it's also what's supposed to keep them in check. You know, because you can't just do whatever you want, because you got to pass it through this group and that group and these people and that. There's more and more people involved, right?
Yeah.
So it's good and bad in everything, right?
Yeah. Well, this time, you know what? Really, the lack of. I heard many politicians talking about what they're gonna do or they're not gonna do. They don't talk about. They talk about what they're gonna do, but they're mostly talking about the situation in Gaza and our security situation, like we're in a problem. Nobody talks about our money-wise situation, the poverty, economics, which is so bad. I know the whole world's struggling now. We have problems.
Yeah, everywhere's bad, yeah.
But when you have people, one of 3 child, as we know, one of 3 children is going to bed hungry. We know that. We told you guys. And many families that was kind of in the middle class, they now in poverty. Yeah. They can't put food on the table. So I think it's at least talk about how you going to solve this problem, or will try to solve this problem, and they don't talk about it too much. Yep. And it's I don't know. For me, it's like a big miss. I don't know.
They missed out on something they need to be talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about Russia again. Russia is now escalating the threat of using nuclear weapons. Their excuse is that they have intelligence saying that Ukraine is planning on using a dirty bomb.
I think I lost count. I think it's number 256 out of the times that Putin's threatened to use nuclear weapons. He keeps threatening and threatening and threatening. He might do it. He might not even have nuclear weapons anymore. Who knows what the real issue, what's really going on? You know, people didn't expect that Russia would have this hard of a time to take over little Ukraine. You know, and so a lot of things that we're starting to learn about Russia. And Russia now is asking weapons from North Korea, from Turkey, from Iran, from anyone who can, because I guess he doesn't have so much, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe they, if they intend to use nuclear weapon, why they buying other weapons and doing other things?
Yeah, it's just
strange. But they started this war with a big lie.
Of course.
So now they continue lying about Ukraine will be the aggressor, will do this, will use like dirty bomb. They continue.
Which is ridiculous, and it shows you how out of touch and out of reality Putin really is. Because no matter what Ukraine does at this point, they're the defending country, because they're the ones who were invaded. Even if, let's go as far as saying the Ukraine does what Putin is saying they're going to do, which is fire a dirty bomb into Russia, it's still defense. It's not aggressive. They're trying to stop Russia from taking over their country. You can't say they're the aggressor now. They're the ones who are attacking us.
Yeah.
No, you're attacking. You're in their country. They're not in your country. Anyway.
So I heard many of the news station, people of the news live in Russia now.
Yeah.
Living and trying to continue, have kind of broadcasts outside of Russia. So I think people starting really awake, Russian people, I'm talking about Russian people, because until now they've been really heavy brainwashed. And I think some people realize now, okay, we have to show the truth, and they cannot do it from Russia. So they're going outside Russia and trying to continue their broadcasts.
Well, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've been real busy in the IDF. I got to go straight back into the IDF. It's amazing when you're doing when you're in God's will and how everything works out, that I was able to come out here and come back and do this news broadcast and make sure the people get their food. Even though last week we did a double, I'm sure the Lord will bless us next week and be able to give me the time somehow to do everything that needs to get done. It really is. Small miracles are everywhere. You just got to open your eyes and look at them. I'm very appreciative of that. But do you have anything you want to say?
I'm glad you're here, at least for today. So, yeah.
I'll go back today. Okay. Well, don't forget to join us on thegoldenreport.com. And until next week,
Shabbat Shalom.
God bless.